Thanks a lot for joining me in this video. Well, I've been thinking to have one-to-one conversation with you as far as explaining about a neuro-linguistic programming therapy is concerned. You must have heard about neuro-linguistic programming. NLP is a very big technique that is utilized for making some erections into the human thinking technology and also the way the mind works. It's one among the most important psychological profound inventions, and it is used as an intervention for treating the people who are having some problems in terms of their mind pedagogy and how their thought process is being manipulated because of their life circumstances. So here I would like to speak about a therapy called as Scramble pattern. This is one among the NLP techniques which had been very famous years and years. The parenthesis of mind is a very trivial and a tricky one, if you will. When you have some past experiences which are really haunting you, which are really putting you in a different kind of a platform. Let's say, for example, if you are haunted with a very bad past memory of your life, happened 2 years back or several years back, in kind of instances of this therapy, you can erase that past memory. Or at least you can reduce the intensity of the pain that the past memory is giving you. There are several cases of past memories haunting people, like life loss, relationship abuses, then business performances being completely put down, their occupational achievements being underrated, self-esteem being toned down, self-confidence being brought down, and plenty of other stuff. Incurrences, occurrences, circumstances, people's words, people's thinking about your opinions, and all that, everything puts together, and it accounts to lots of bad past experiences. In a very recent time, in order to give you a recent example, one person came to me for counseling, and the person was trying to get some resolving interventions for forgetting the bad past that he had when he attended an interview in a multinational corporation. And another person came to me, asking for some solution as far as having a problem in his family. There were a couple of people in the family who were really, trying to put him down and make him feel so much underrated and unappreciated. So he wanted me to give some solution for coming out of that ruffled and bad past. So this is where Scramble pattern comes handy, because it's very simple and it is so much customized, and by spending at least 10 minutes or 15 minutes every single day as a therapy duration, you can definitely take control of your bad past memories. So Scramble, the word Scramble literally means delete something and replace it with something else. So that's what we are actually going to do in the Scramble technique. In the course of the therapy, you will be demonstrated and you will be asked to run that bad past and then do a little bit of mechanism onto it, so that you come out of that on a very easy way, relatively on a very easy way. Take one bad past which is really haunting you. I'll give you an example where there are plenty of salaried professionals who are experiencing this. Let's say, for example, a boss is very much arrogant towards one employee, and the person is shouting at the employee for a mistake that the employee has not even committed. And the employee gets so much underrated because of the way the boss has, treated him, using words and with the kind of a body language the boss exerted when he was talking. Everything was not very much okay for the employee. And this particular incident is haunting the employee's mind. Exactly at 5 p.m. in the evening on Friday, it happens. The employee's weekend is being ruined because of this bad memory. His boss's words, his body language, his negativity, everything comes and looms around into his mind, and he's not able to get out of it. And Monday morning he has to go, beating all the Monday morning blues, he has to go and meet the boss, and he needs to look into the boss's eyes, right? So it's going to be literally tough for that particular person for getting out of this turmoil. So I would like to show you a small video clip, taken from one of the excerpts during my PhD work, and I want you to have a good look at it, where the boss talks to the employee on a very arrogant basis, and he speaks for about 30 or 40 seconds only, but the words are very strong, and they have got plenty of depth to come and attack the person's self-esteem. Have a look at that.
I can't believe you are so incompetent. I have no idea why I even hired you. And if you don't change your ways, you'll be sorry.
So how do you feel? When you are in the employee's corner, and if you're receiving such words from a boss, you basically feel so much put down, and you are completely, feeling underrated because of the words. So this is where Scramble comes to work. So this employee has to be, we will stick on to the example of that employee, okay? So this employee has to get back home, and he has to sit in a very relaxed place. I'm giving you the outline of Scramble pattern, and then we'll go step by step. He has to get back home, and he needs to be very much relaxed, and he has to first of all rewind what has really happened. He has to go through the entire incident once in his mind, okay? So the kind of words that the boss used, the kind of background that scenario had, the body language that the boss had exerted, and the kind of environment loomed around, everything has to be rewound. And everything has to be brought back into the mind's eye. He has to picturize the entire scenario once. And this happens to be step number 1. That is, go back to that picture and see the entire scenario once. And now comes the interesting part. Okay, the boss was very arrogant, as you know, and as you had seen in the clip. The second step is, rephrasing the entire incident into a different form. You have to rephrase the entire incident into a different form, and you need to see the boss, you need to see the words, you need to see the entire scenario into a different kind of an anatomy. Something like this. You saw in the previous clip the same boss having so much on an arrogant basis, and you're going to see this form which you are going to see now, and you're going to see this particular form in a different basis. Okay, so your mind has to be instilled with a different kind of a figure. What do we understand from the psychological concept called as figure and ground principle? I mean, you see the most important tangible thing as a figure, and you see the intangible and unnecessary thing as a ground, right? So here, the figure, and applying the same figure and ground principle, here the figure, that is the boss's face and his behavior, has to be seen, but in a different kind of a flipped face. Going back to the example of this boss being so much arrogant and speaking very bad and completely inundated with lots of negative emotions. What happens if you're seeing the same kind of the situation like this?
I can't believe you are so incompetent. I have no idea why I even hired you. And if you don't change your ways, you'll be sorry.
So you're seeing this funny side. The same mind which saw the boss with arrogance and aggressiveness sees in a different form. The same mind looks the boss as a clown, as a joker, right? Okay. And you have to be very clear that you need to have this as a very secret kind of a thing. You cannot just explain to the others that you have been seeing this environment as a funny environment, because that's going to definitely hurt people. This is a very personal kind of a treatment. It's an intervention to make you heal your own emotional wounds. So talking about this on a very open basis is definitely going to bring you a lot of trouble. So you see this kind of a funny flipped image of the same incident, and you introduce this to your mind again and again and again, and then the mind loses the intensity of the pain. So all you have to do is first look into the original sequence, and then look into the flipped over sequence. Put a lot of humor into it, because your mind has to understand that don't worry, this is not as serious as it looks, it is only a funny thing, so don't worry too much about it. So your mind has to be given that information, and your mind has to be put into a relaxed mode. Otherwise, the mind is going to seriously bring you down by haunting this memory again and again and again. The loop will keep on going and you will be finding it so tough to get out of it. So you have to see this entire thing as a funny incident, and then you have to do it quite a number of times. You have to repeat this kind of a picture looming quite a number of times. It has to be looped around again and again and again, replayed again and again and again. And then finally, one thing happens on a very marginal basis, that your mind understands that this is only a funny environment, and the intensity and the pain is totally unnecessary at this point of time. That's what the mind understands, and it puts you in a very safe mode. So here you need to understand that mind is given a different image. The synthesis is being changed. So you need to be a master of this trick. What does the brain do? It rewinds. It brings you the picture back again, back and forth again, back and forth again. So, நீங்க என்ன செய்யணும் அப்படின்னா, brain கொடுக்கிற pictures manipulate பண்றீங்க. You do a small manipulation of the pictures that the brain is offering. Mind you, this I am not speaking as a soft skills trainer, or a communication expert, or a lecturer, or a teacher. This I am speaking from the psychology platform. Seeing the humor into it. Your brain does not know the difference. 10 times, 15 times, இந்த விஷயத்தை பத்தி ரீவைண்ட் பண்ணும்போது, you are rewinding and you are seeing this picture in this funny way அப்படின்னா 16th time நீங்க original incident பத்தி யோசிக்கும் போது அது மறந்துடும். You will forget. Even if the original situation comes and flashes in front of your brain, you will only laugh. This is called as scramble. Scramble, the word merely means delete something and replace with something new. That's called a scramble. And that is why in neuro-linguistic programming, this is called a scramble pattern. You can use this for forgetting a bad past. So now, let us see step by step. Okay. Step number 1, find out the past bad experience on which you have to employ scramble pattern. Step number 2, ensure a space of silence and ensure a very comfortable environment and ensure a comfortable time for practicing this therapy. Step number 3, put yourself on a comfortable state. Make yourself comfortable. Lying down, sitting straight, anything is fine. Okay. Step number 4, just close your eyes and once play the entire bad experience that you had on an original basis. If it hurts, let it hurt. Come on, you are strong enough to withstand that. You're not a fragile person. So let it go along. Just play it once completely. Okay, right? If the heart wants to bleed, bleed. If the eyes wants to tear down, let it tear down. No problem. But after that, step number 5 is what is more important. Because here you become a screenplay director. Here you become an artistic person. Here you become a creative icon. So you have to see the entire scenario as a funny scenario. Right? Remember, we spoke about this and this, right? So you have to be very much careful in terms of putting a lot of humor into it. You have to use your sense of humor. Alright, that's step number 5. Step number 6 is rewind, fast forward, rewind, fast forward, rewind, fast forward the animated, customized humor picture. Picture number 1 was a very serious picture. Picture number 2 is a humor picture, right? So rewind it, see that again and again, see that again and again, see that again and again. Make a loop into your mind until your brain understands that it is a funny thing. It is not as serious as it looks. So that's step number 6. Okay, keep replaying the video into your mind picture, into your mind domain, right? And step number 7. See that again, see that again, see that again. And step number 7 is bring the original picture one more time. You'll be only laughing. There won't be any seriousness. Take it from me. So step number 7 is bring the original picture. And step number 8 is a kind of a pledge you're making internally. An internal pledge. The pledge is like, whenever I see or whenever my mind thinks or whenever my mind recalls this bad experience, I would like to replace that bad experience with this kind of a picture. Okay, so instantaneously replace that serious picture with the humorous picture that you have manipulated, that you have recreated. So that has to be put into the mind. So that's called as a scramble. You are deleting the serious one and you are replacing it with the humorous and recreated one, so that your mind is finding it so comfortable that this is not a serious thing, this is only a minor thing which could be laughed out. You have to escape from all your adversities only by doing all this, my dear friends. You don't have any other way, because we are getting a lot of things that are coming up placed in order, so they are coming towards us. At the same time, we have to be standing strong enough to face all those stuff. So for that, these kinds of neuro-linguistic programming techniques are quite essential. So remember these 8 steps. And for your kind information, and to make the long story short, I would like to put on the 8 steps one more time for your benefit over here. So just have a good look at it and make the scramble pattern as a possible one. And towards the end of this video, I have planned one more thing. Let me give you a kind of a voice demonstration for how to do the scramble. So that voice is going to be attached with this video. So what you do is, after watching this video, anyhow you have taken all the time and resources for purchasing this video. So after finishing this video, put on your headphone, close your eyes, and just go ahead with my voice guidance. Okay, that itself is one session of scramble pattern. So every single day, maybe if you want the voice as a separate one, I can even send it across to you. So every day when you are using the scramble pattern, just sit straight, close your eyes, put on your headphones and start listening to the guided voice. I will take you to the scramble. All you have to do is just listen to the voice and go for it. Right? Okay. So this is called a scramble pattern, and I would like to see an improvised version of you by taking the battle of all the past bad experiences, and I want you to win over those bad experiences using the scramble pattern. All right. Thank you so much. I'll be meeting you with the next video. The next video is going to be about swish pattern, just like scramble pattern. That is also another NLP technique, and I'll be meeting you with that. Okay, right? Be very consistent about using the scramble pattern. You have to do this pattern. You have to do this therapy at least for the next 30 days to take control of one negativity. And you have many negativities that are standing around you as invisible fences, and you have to do this one by one. All right. Okay. So for one negativity, if you have to get out of it, you have to practice the scramble pattern therapy at least for the next 30 days. Then, only then, you will be able to come out of that negativity. And then once it is over, if you have another one, use it for the another one. Make it as a weapon for everything. Slay it one by one, and become a strong person. All right. Thank you so much. I'll be meeting you in the next video. So you're ready? Right. Keep the eyes closed. 100, 99, 98, 97, 96, 95, 94, 93, 92, 91, 90, 89, 88, 87, 86, 85, 84, 83, 82, 81, 80, 79, 78, 77, 76, 75,
74, 73, 72, 71, 70, 69, 68, 67, 66, 65, 64, 63, 62, 61, 60. You are now half relaxed and you have complete control over your senses. Still 59 counts more and you will be completely relaxed that time. Let us continue this journey. Relax. Totally relax. 59, 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 50. You are now feeling so less and light, very light. All the negative emotions you assume and think you have are completely away from you, and you are only the self, just the self, which is very fresh. Let's continue this journey. 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Now you are completely into the bliss alpha. You are completely into the deep trance mind conditioning level. Your subconscious mind is open now. We are just 10 counts short, and after that, a complete reprogramming is going to take place. Get ready for that. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Realize that you are totally relaxed now. Have no pressure on your body. Have no pressure on your mind. We are going to experience the scramble pattern, and you are going to condition your mind with this scramble pattern. Now bring a very big white screen in your mind's eye. In that white screen, see the negative experience, the bad experience, the negative past that you want to erase out of your mind. See that negative experience. Once play the entire negative experience with originality. I will wait. Have the same feelings. Have the same thoughts. If you're deeply suffering because of that, don't worry. Allow that to happen. Because you are going to take complete control of that in a while. Now, change and convert the entire sad, bad, negative experience into a fun with as much humor as you could bring. Make it as a funny scene. If you are laughing in this process, of course do laugh, no problem. See the funny experience. Convert the entire serious experience into funny experience. Neurologically into your brain, you are giving the information that this serious experience is just a funny experience. Come on, see that with humor. I will wait. Now, make it fast. Bring even more humor. Rewind. Make it fast. Make the screen run very faster. See the picture, the humorous picture, again and again. The seriousness of this incident or this negative experience is completely removed. You are revitalizing the entire incident into a funny one. Laugh if you want. Feel relaxed. Feel the happiness of converting this serious incident into a laughter. Do it very gradually. You are not under any pressure. Live in that humorous picture. And now, Recall the original picture, the original negative experience or the bad incident. You will only laugh. Am I right? Now, firmly and strongly believe in your mind. Have an internal pledge that whenever your mind thinks about this bad experience, you will replace it with this humorous picture. That's your biggest responsibility. Come on, have the pledge. Excellent. Now let me bring you back to the conscious. Follow my counting. And when I say open your eyes, immediately after listening to those words, open your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. With the firm belief that the bad experience has been taken control over, the firm belief that the negative experience has been battled with, slowly open your eyes. Good job. You're strong. Thank you.